What's going on, yo? What's going on? Your boy, Coach Anthony. I got none other than Fast Eddie Chambers here. A new segment we're doing, man. Who you got? With Coach Anthony, man. We got to talk about this Manny Pacquiao, Adrien Broner fight this Saturday. It's going to be a big fight, man. And, you know, I'm going to be honest with you. When I first heard about this fight, I automatically said Pacquiao. And I think that has to do with the fact that Pacquiao was so dominant for so long. But as I think about the fight more and more and more, and I think about his last performance, and I think about Adrien Broner being a young, crafty guy, for me, I kind of see it like an interesting fight. I don't know about you, Eddie, but definitely an interesting fight. So what I want to do is I want to start off with what your thoughts are. If you're Adrien Broner, what do you do to beat a guy like Manny Pacquiao, who's always been a speedy guy, southpaw, you know, and Adrien Broner, you know, with his style, you know, he likes to fight similar to Floyd Mayweather to a degree. I'm not gonna say he fights exactly like it, but what do you think? What does he have to do on that? Let's demonstrate it right here.
Well, in my opinion, to be honest, his thing is watching Floyd and mimicking a lot what Floyd has done. But in this fight, it's not gonna work. And even Floyd himself, when he fought Pacquiao, if you remember, fought with the left hand up more. He didn't really do the shoulder roll as much. I mean, he still did it at times, but he picked his times. He used his range a little bit better in his footwork. My problem with Broner is that he's leaned on it so much in his career, and even when you watch him fight Maidana, you know, he made mistakes with it. He reached out a little bit, got caught with shots coming around. Even though Maidana's an orthodox guy, it's going to be even more difficult with the southpaw. And what I would do,
you were Broner. Let's say if
I was
Broner, you're Broner.
I'm picking that left hand up first because defense is important. And this guy Pacquiao, we all know how legendarily fast this guy is. He's fast, and he's going to be throwing multiple punches back to back to back, and he's going to have to be prepared defensively first. So my thing is, I'm putting my hand up. And I'm also paying attention to that left hand too.
Right, so we know Pacquiao likes to bounce in and out, and he likes to time that left hand.
Right.
So how are you going to avoid it, and what are you going to do to neutralize that?
Well, first of all, Broner's going to have to get a little bit more up on his feet too. He's not going to. I don't think he should stand as much in front of Pacquiao and try to do what he normally does. And when he was at 135 or I think it was 135 or even 130, he was able to bully guys more, and that's when this was so effective. So even if you were a southpaw, he'd be able to pick you off with the right hand, which is great. But in my opinion, he's going to have to actually move a little more, be a little more crafty and a little more rangy in this particular fight. So if Pacquiao, and we all seen Pacquiao fall to that right hand of Marquez. So what my thing would be is to get him with his happy feet to be a little more excited and to have him maybe rush in and make a mistake. So as he's bouncing, as Coach Ann's bouncing, and he takes maybe too many steps forward, he runs right in to that right hand. You understand what I'm saying? And those types of things can happen. Now maybe it doesn't knock him out, but at least if he can find a home for it, it'll open up other things. And also, to be able to get this, you know, like if he can actually get comfortable with range and, like I said before, keep his hand up, he can maybe get a little tap over action going if he can. Maybe not be as likely because Pacquiao's very active on his feet, but at the same time, there's possibilities. If he opens up the right hand, a lot of other things are going to be open.
All right. Now, I also think about the inside. I think Adrien Broner has the better inside game than Manny Pacquiao. Pacquiao, do you think he'll be able to trap him?
He could try to trap him, but I believe.
Do you think he'll be able to lure him into that kind of fight, or is Pacquiao going to be smart enough to stay on his toes this whole fight?
I think Pacquiao hits a lot harder than people think. And not only does he hit on a lot of people think, he's throwing multiple combinations back to back to back, and the speed is so crazy that people just, you know, shots are coming, they don't know what to do. So to think that you could just walk this guy down and stand in and think you're gonna slug it out on the inside with him and he's just gonna be okay with it, unless you're much bigger, kind of like the guy Horn was. He was a little bit, he got a little wild. It was a little bit, he bullied him a little bit, Horn. Even though I still think Pacquiao won the fight, he made it ugly enough to where Pacquiao, you know, you could kind of make a case in his hometown, maybe he gets the fight. I don't think Broner's big enough or strong enough to do that, so he's gonna have to go the skill route. He may be able to get inside and do a little damage, but it's not gonna last too long in my opinion.
All right, so now let's go ahead and talk about Pacquiao. You're Pacquiao now, southpaw.
Okay, now I can turn southpaw now.
All right, so now you're fighting.
If I want to do like this now.
What does Pacquiao have to do to fight the slick guy? The guy who's gonna try to get in close. The guy who's gonna try to work that body a little bit. You right? Yeah, that's what he's gonna have. You know, that's what I see Adrien Broner doing. I see him trying to smother. I see him trying to go to that body. I see him trying to
maybe.
You know, pick shots. What does Manny Pacquiao have to do to neutralize that?
In my opinion, Manny Pacquiao just has to be Manny Pacquiao. The only problem is like I told you with the keys for Broner, is not to be falling in love too much with that pace of movement and moving too far, too fast when you're not even prepared defensively. I feel like for him, he needs to keep range, multiple punches, you know, keep him busy. Because we all know Adrien Broner likes he's a cutesy kind of guy, so he wants to use the slickness and maybe counter punch and throw a punch here and there. But the problem with that, obviously we were talking about before, is that Pacquiao's going to be too busy. So he has to be too busy, has to be sharp with the left hand, and use that power that a lot of people underestimate. I don't know why they would. He'd knock guys out with it before, but and just be him. You know, be up on your feet, be active. You know, make him look at different things, throw shots in different places. You know what I mean? Just keep him on his back foot the whole night and out of the fight.
All right, so there you have it. There you have it. Those are the keys to victory for Manny Pacquiao. You know, I want to know your keys to victory. So let me know who you got. Leave your comments in the comment section below. Let us know who you're picking. Hold on, who you got? You didn't really.
Oh, you're right. I didn't actually say.
Yeah, you didn't actually say who you got.
It's tough. Pacquiao.
You got Manny Pacquiao. You know, yeah, I mean, you got Pacquiao. You know, I won't be surprised, man. Listen, I would not be surprised if Adrien Broner won, and I only say that because it's because Pacquiao is not the same Pacquiao, and we can't fall in love with who he used to be, and think about him this Saturday. But if I had to bet my house on it,
yes,
I got Pacquiao.
And that's how you got to look at boxing. Betting the house.
But we want to know who you got. We want to know. I want to know everything. Let me know how you think he's gonna win. If you think Pacquiao or Adrien Broner is gonna win.
I do want to say this though about Broner is that he does have world-class ability, and he could have been a generational type talent. He has to get this together. That's really the key to this whole thing and this whole career, in my opinion. Is if he gets this right, which even some of us more experienced guys who've been out there for years don't have, it's very difficult to attain. But if he can get his head right and actually get a real game plan and go into this fight respecting boxing more, he has a shot. Because like you said, he's not the same Pacquiao, but Broner does have skills and he has the ability to be something special. He just has yet to show it on the highest level, in my opinion.
Yeah, and that's the key. Can he do it at the highest level? So that's what it is, guys. Who you got? It's your boy, Coach Anthony, Fast Eddie Chambers, Boxing Life.